All right, we're back after some technical difficulties. So this is Her Variety. You're listening on at 16:30 a.m. Chinatown and online at kchunradio.org. Oh, that was interesting. So is anyone out there in Philadelphia checking out K-Chung today? I got a super special show for you. So on my Instagram and on the K-Chung's Instagram, you can also, there's also a link for how to involve yourself if you don't only want to listen on air. Today I'm doing a super special show. I'm going to do a slideshow of my summer because, you know, I think that as someone who spends a lot of time on the internet, it's nice. I kind of miss the idea of going to your aunt's house after her like Grand Canyon trip and watching a slide deck. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I hope you guys are super stoked. I have a YouTube Google Hangout if you guys are so inclined. I'm going to throw another CD on real quick. And if you're out there in Philly, I would totally love to talk to you. This is me over here. So feel free to pick up that phone and call in. I am your operator, and I am standing by here to take your calls at K-Chung. All right, so I guess I'll just start. I'm going to throw a CD on so there's some nice ambient tunes. This is a set of tracks that inspired the Beach Boys. The album's literally called The Roots of the Beach Boys, and I almost thought that was like The Roots, the band, but it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna go super fast through this slideshow, and I'll just stop as necessary. Okay, slides. So this was a magic mirror that I made. This is back when I had hair earlier this summer, and so I took a sweet selfie of my super long hair. This is a dude on Hollywood selling selfie sticks. Let me turn the brightness up so hopefully you guys can see everything. Actually, this is what I'll do. I'll turn this off. This is a dude in Hollywood selling selfie sticks. This is Jennifer Moon, also DJ at K-Chung. at her 4th of July party, I brought an American flag because I had an extra one, and she was like totally killing it, singing Katy Perry's Fireworks with the American flag. This is me when I had hair. I cut my hair off this summer. This is another one. And this is the day after I cut my hair off. Here, I don't have hair. This is a sweet video of a bunch of clouds that were passing in, or no, this is a video of the Korean karaoke joint that I go to sometimes in K-Town. It had a pretty sweet, like, glitchy neon sign. This is my friend's baby, Copernicus. Copernicus is just like the sweetest, like, most adorable baby ever, and I felt like I couldn't not include this photo. This is a photo of a flag I made for one of the summer. This is a screenshot from Tinder. I was trying Tinder this year and it didn't go very well, but I have this really good Tinder screenshot, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Tinder kind of sucks if you guys didn't know that. It's not really a lot of fun, but other people like it, so that's cool. Oh, but the funny thing about this is right after class my hair, my friend was like, why are you trying to catfish some men and like pretend you got long hair? And I was like, maybe I should just use the bald man emoji and see if it's actually. This is Costco's hot sauce packets. I really like the safety of doing Costco's very this is a mirror that I made with sweet country reflections. And a bunch of mylar, just message. I didn't know that the standards in downtown had Jody Hunter. This is from Christina Wallen's performance at Americana kitsch pieces that were up. So this guy put like BDSM masks and all these like super like Disney masks. This is a really sad video of an inflatable like bouncy house that the neighbors at the space I was using tried to get inflated, but it like couldn't inflate. It was really, really sad. And it kind of just goes on like this. Let me turn on some lights. And if there's anyone out there in Philly that wants to chat on the phone and wants a special request of some videos or photos, just pick up that cell phone and give it a call. We're here. I'm the operator and I'm standing by. Dead beetle, poor thing, as it turns out. And like killed some flies, so it's a little bit sad. This is the station I made that I took it to Montello this summer. A silo at a residency. That was a residency earlier this summer, and maybe there's some people in Philly that the gallery. This is ridiculously beautiful. It was on the property of art. It was on the property of these two guys. Gonna make this a little bit bigger. Hopefully this works. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. Okay, there we go. These two really nice people, their names were the fuck are you touching? No. He was one of our visitors. Oh, I see what I'm touching. Sorry, we're just gonna have to start this slideshow over and over and over again. This is a super cute dog that I saw, and I was like, this this is someone running through. It's like a whole. Hi. This is my summer slideshow. If you want to ask any questions, you can call me on that phone there. I'm talking to you in Philly. Oh no, not again. And this is kind of the aerial view of that installation. It was pretty fucking cool. There's a very serious, like, do not fucking jump, it's not a ball pit warning. This is my friend Leslie wearing the 7 yards of fabric that I wove. I really like Amber Rose a lot. She's doing a slut walk today, and this is like my favorite screenshot of her Instagram. Really, really fun. I was looking at a lot of cookbooks this summer because like kimchi and how it's playing its role in colonialism right now. So I took a lot of photos of like cookbooks that deal with that. This is a scarf that I found at the shop in Seattle called Topakalo, and I feel like it's a little bit problematic because it's like scarf is in the men's section of the store, and you know it's that question of why does being a male feminist have to be such a radical act? Which I think is like a question that's good to ask. Let's see. If you're in Philadelphia, you can just pick up the phone. It's not a bomb. It's not anything. It's just art. All right. Well, looks like no one in Philly wants to talk, so I'll just. It's kind of sad. Let's move on. This is a painting I made this summer. It's all about this like girl that was super drunk and talking about what she misses about like heterosex because she like went gay. Um, this is a ceiling of Simpson Green, a really rad building in Seattle. That's crazy. I'm gonna jump forward really far because I want to get to this other stuff. Oh, this is an artwork that I made in response to my time in Seattle. A dude was really mean to me on the bus, but like in a really passive aggressive way, and called me a butch bitch because I wouldn't give him like his half of the seat, which wasn't true. I gave him the whole seat, but he was just this like entitled little fuck, and so I was really hurt by it, but also like I made light of the situation. Um, yeah, and I sold these t-shirts and they did really well. This is at the Nebo 5K. Again, at the Nebo 5K, this is my like sexy butch bitch in the woods, Steve's. This is a really cute dog from the Nebo 5K. He was like part of the art. I think I have too many photos in here. I'm gonna go really fast. This was really fun. This was on the Great Wheel in Seattle. Yeah, so this is the Great Wheel. I'm gonna put on some Flying Lotus because I like him a lot better than the Speech Play stuff. If there's anyone in Philly that doesn't understand what's going on, you're listening to a live broadcast of Her Variety on kchenradio.org and online at, and in person at 16:30 a.m. Chinatown, and especially for you at Vox Populi on a webcast. There's a phone in the gallery. You guys can totally call in and request stuff. I'm doing a slideshow of my summer because this is one of the few times that KCHUN has video. So I hope you're enjoying the summer slideshow. I'm going to skip fast because I'm already halfway through my hour. Okay, some more stuff. I'm gonna go pretty fast because there's a lot of stuff in here that I think I don't actually care about too much. This is Kirk. We kind of upped the ante on our like artist visit date, and we were like, why don't we go to the Ferris wheel because we've both never been, and it was actually like a really fun like friend date to go on. There's a gum wall in Seattle, and like the whole thing is that you literally just chew some gum and put it on this wall. And I really like this one because I was getting a little bit homesick for LA, and take a photo of it. Let's go through a little faster. A lot of these are not that interesting. So this was kind of funny. It was my first. I went to Goodwill because I needed to buy some CDs for a big road trip I was doing, and I found the first two CDs I ever owned, and it's been actually fun to revisit them. Beef Six doesn't hold up as well, but the Missing Vacation of Warren Hills, like a kid. Um, this was from my flight back to Burbank. The cool thing about flying to Burbank is you get to walk on the tarmac. And this was a little bit after the residency at Acre. And the plane was Florida themed. And I just met this guy, Misa, at the residency who was from Florida. And so I sent a photo to him. I was like, yo, dude, like my plane is representing your state, but it's not coming from or going to your state. Shout out to Misael if you're around. The first thing that I did when I got back to LA was go to my favorite restaurant, Squirrel, and they had novelty-sized toast on top of my black eyed peas. Instagram thought I really liked butt photos, but I've never liked any butt photos, so I like don't understand. I mean, I don't not like butts. I just never hearted any butt photos on Instagram, so that's cool. This is from the Mark Bradford show this summer. He's really good. He did a whole fake stand-up as Spider-Woman, talking about like black male realities of that period. I'm gonna skip forward because I want to get to the stuff that's newer. This is this really sad photo of me. I got stuck in a ditch, or not even in a ditch, in a big rut in Nevada, and I was really sad about it because it took 2 days to get unstuck, and I even had to call for a tow at that point. This is like how blue the skies are in Nevada. I definitely like highly recommend going there if you ever need a vacation. Like northern Nevada is the shit. A lot of blue skies. The sky was just crazy pretty the whole time. This is a cougar in the Wells. In the Wells. Also, hi. This is a cougar in the Wells Museum, killing a porcupine. This is from a brothel that I went to in Nevada because you can totally just like go in and check it out, and it's like no pressure. It was really interesting, and if anyone in Philly wants to call in and ask me about my experience going to a brothel, there is a phone there for you to use. I'm gonna skip forward to a video because I really need to get a drink of water. Let's see. This is another brothel that I ran into. I didn't go in, but this one advertises itself as the one with Asian girls, which, like, why is that a thing? Let's see. I just wanted to show this one. I'm really proud. If there's anyone listening in LA, I'm going to be in residence with the Armory through the Women's Center for Creative Work next week from Tuesday through Friday. I'll be there every day from 12 to 5, and I'm going to cook Korean food every morning for folks to eat. It's really exciting because I've never had my name and wall text like this. It's really cool. This is a artwork that I made while I was at Acre. The title is Fragile White People, and it's very much a reference to white fragility. In response to a few things that had happened that week, I asked all the white people if they wanted to wear shooting targets on their back for the day. A lot of people said no, but most of the people said yes, and had a conversation at the end, and there's just like the craziest variety of responses. Documented really beautifully, which I'm super happy about. So this is the day after I got back from Acre. As it turned out, there was some poison parsley or poison ivy that I like really stepped through, and it was also the hottest day of that session, and so there's tons of mosquitoes. And this is almost a month and a half ago, and my feet still haven't fully healed. And this is the day after, a week and a half after, and a month later. and it's almost gone. My photos from Seattle. This is a snap from Yosemite. There's been crazy wildfires in California, and this is normally like the money shot if you go to Yosemite, but as you can see, it's actually just so smoky you can't even see a mile away, which is kind of freaky, but also fun. This is what Yosemite is supposed to look like. Beautiful sunset in Yosemite. This is my favorite photo of that whole Yosemite trip. Like you're walking through and it's just this like beautiful forest and it's like totally nice. And all of a sudden there's a payphone on a log. And literally the thought that was going through my head is like, what does that conversation look like? Like, hey dude, I'm in Yosemite and it's really pretty. And so I decided to call you collect because it's really pretty out here. I found a payphone on a log, man. Like, I mean, that's the conversation, right? Also, there is totally a human being here and a phone in the gallery. Call in and say hi. Yosemite is totally pretty. If you ever have a chance to make it out west, I highly recommend it. The first of many Cessnas I saw. It was just the airport at Lee Vining next to Mono Lake. Mono Lake is this crazy pretty place with this tufa formation, and tufa is basically like what stalagmites and stalactites would look like if they were underwater. And so the whole area literally looked like The Little Mermaid. It was pretty fucking amazing. Highly recommend it. Gonna jump forward, starting to run out of time on the show. This was a cattle gate that I had to stop at to get to the cabin that I was staying at. And it was pretty typical of the cattle gates. It was crazy because it wasn't, you know, like people build these themselves, so you'd have to like definitely wear gloves, like lest you get your fingers pinched. So this is the craziest part of the trip. If there's any art lovers out there in Philly that are listening in, I visited sun tunnels because it was pretty close to where I was staying. And it was the morning of the equinox, and the whole reason I chose to go to this residency in Nevada that week is because it was the equinox and I wanted to do something special for the changing of the seasons. So it's sunrise and I'm driving towards the sun tunnels and I'm wondering, like, what are the chances of anyone else being here? And I was like, like 20%. Like, and I get closer and I see there's people camped out in the middle and I'm like, motherfuckers, you're gonna ruin my shot. And I'm like, you know what, just enjoy it. Like, this is a public place. And I get closer and I'm like, there's no cars here. I wonder if they biked in. And I get even closer and there's two Cessnas. So these guys literally just fly around and find cool places to camp with their families. And this is the snap I took of them. One guy hung up his hammock within one of the tunnels because he thought it would be fun, and it seemed like it was pretty fun. And this is the cool thing. They actually took me up in their Cessnas because they were kind of just going to putz around that day. And so I got to fly with them for like an hour or two, and it was super nice. Slight mechanical drama, but otherwise just like a really amazing snippet of that trip. There was a lot of migratory elk. These ones were really pretty. They have like different patterning on them. This was the night of the blood moon, and it was pretty cloudy out in Utah where I was at the time. But what was really cool is that we went to the Bonneville Salt Flats, and if you have gone there when it's a little bit more wet, it's just a thin layer of water across the whole salt flat, and the whole thing just turns into a mirror. So that was pretty fucking cool. That sunset. This is Wendover, a town that is half in Utah and half in Nevada, and the Nevada side just full of gambling, and the Utah side's full of nothing. This is Wendover Will. He's the big neon sign when you enter Wendover. More Asian spa. Shit. These are some horses. Are there any folks in Philly that like horses? Because I got horses for you. And wait for that. See that. That was some ranchers in Nevada. I don't know what order these things are in. This is some migratory elk again. Okay, let's keep going. These are some really beautiful passing clouds. Let's look at this one. This is at Golden Spike, which, if you don't know, is the place where the Transcontinental Railroad East met West. And what's really cool is they run the trains once a day, so that way you can see these like old coal and wood-fired trains. Totally pretty, totally worthwhile. This is some video from when the guys took me flying. It's a little bit shaky, but like kind of gives you an idea of the Utah landscape. So pretty. And again, is there anyone out there in Philly? So pretty. You saw something like this. Some more salt flats. So Utah is interesting. There's like Bonneville Salt Flats is the most famous part of that little region, but the whole area used to be a lake. So this was all the edge of Bonneville Lake, which you can see where the edge of the lake used to be, which is crazy. Like it's 1,000 million year old lake that's like totally dry now. I took a tour of a gold mine while I was there, and these are the huge grinders that they use to grind down all the dirt into flour and rock into flour. It's pretty fucking crazy. This is some blasting that they did at the gold mine. I didn't get the cleanest video, but it gives you a sense of scale. So this mine is 3 miles long and 1.5 miles wide, and they're going to turn almost all of it into a lake when they're done. Because you can't put that much dirt back. This is better. I wish I had been doing this for that hour. These are a bunch of flies that were in my cabin. It was like pretty intense. There was a lot of flies. I'm just gonna skip over this one now. This is a performance that I did while I was out there. There was a lot of these like dry riverbeds, and so I wanted to trace. I don't know. I'm not really sure how I feel about it as a performance, but I wanted to trace the riverbed, imagining, and I did 3 of these dances. Like one was in the riverbed, one was through these juniper trees, and one was out on the deck, and so they referenced the water, the earth, and the sky. But this riverbed was just so pretty, and I felt like I had to do something with it. Yeah. It's also funny because I don't normally dance nor record myself. I just improvise. And I mostly do video of other people. Hello, you're listening to 16:30 a.m. Chinatown and online at kchenradio.org. I see some folks in the gallery. I'm doing a slideshow of stuff that I did this summer. If you guys have any questions, you can call in on that phone and I can answer anything for you. This is me walking through a dry riverbed. I'm not totally sure what the camera's on, but people seem to be moving it all day, so that's cool. There should be a phone with you guys on. This video actually turned out pretty well. I'm really happy with it. This is a video of Wendover Will, the big neon sign that invites you to come to Wendover. This is a casino. There's a lot of casinos in Wendover. I'm gonna look at how much I have left. Oh, cool, that's basically the end. I'm gonna close on this. This is the last video that I have. This is Ely, Nevada, which is this tiny gambling town in eastern Nevada that hasn't changed very much since the 60s. In the 60s, a lot of people came to gamble, and like they have photos of like Frank Sinatra and the Hotel Nevada and stuff. And what's cute about it is it's like an old gambling town. Hopefully you guys can all see this. The downtown is really only a block, and it's got all this like it's almost like Vegas, but not gross. Like I would go here and gamble, but I wouldn't go to Vegas. I think this is the money shot. It was a really cute town, and people were really nice. Not very good thrifting, which is always a little bit upsetting for me, but it was a really lovely place to be. And let's just leave a video to go out on. So that's been her variety for today. I hope you guys had a lovely time listening in online in at Vox Populi on 16:30 a.m. Chinatown. This has been a special Saturday production of her variety. I'm gonna let this fade out, but I hope you guys have had a lovely time. We have 3 more shows today. Call in on the phone if you have any questions. There's live broadcast happening from LA. I hope you guys all have a really great day. I'm just closing it shop real quick. I have to stop the broadcast and stuff, but
you can actually maybe just leave it broadcasting. Right.
oh, I mean like I took stuff
Okay.
it's